Let's talk Married at First Sight, Season 18. I'm not going to go through the whole show like everybody else. I'm not going to give you a recap. I'm just giving you a slight rant because, every season we all say they're playing in our faces with these couples. But this season, I feel like, yes, they are playing in our faces. However, they are saying we are going to match these people based on everything that they say that they wanted or desired.
Oh, man, we got to be careful with this. We don't want to embarrass somebody like me in front of my family and my community.
And it's still going to implode. And before the season even started, we all heard on social media that there was going to be some scandal, a cheating scandal amongst the couple. Some couple, they're going to swap, they say. That's what everybody's been saying. So I know we're all tuned in to see how that plays out. But in the meantime, we get to meet these people, and I just want to know what you think. Are these people equally yoked with each other? Are they did the matchmakers do a good job this time? Let's start off with Camille and Thomas. Camille is a girl who says she always wanted to be a wife. I always wanted to be a wife. And Thomas is a twin. A twin who doesn't seem like he's the confident twin. He seems like the uncertain twin. And he's from a family of twins. His brother married a twin, and Camille's sisters are twins. So maybe they'll work. Okay, let's move on from them. They're boring. I mean, they may bring the sauce, because maybe, we find out later on that well, at least that's the way the editing of the preview for the next week showed, that he cheated because Thomas was in a 9-year relationship with a woman and never married her. And that's somewhat alarming. Some might say is a red flag. Like, why would you be with someone for 9 years and not marry her, but then blindly marry somebody you never met? What is it all for, everybody? I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Huh?
So then, moving from them, we see Carla and Juan. Or no, we didn't. We saw Madison and Allen. Now, here's my initial thought. I just initially thought that Madison isn't going to find him attractive. Now, to me, I feel like they're equally attractive. They're on the same level of attraction. Madison is just more made up, and she can bury her attraction level. If we're going on a point system, on my point system, they seem like they're equally attractive, but it seems like Madison may not like him. She may not be feeling him physically, because she did say he has nice eyes and his suit looked good, but that's not a real compliment. That's not a real compliment. Like, that's the only thing you can find. Like, oh, you have great teeth. Yeah, but I hate your big nose. But, she might like him. She might be that girl, kind of like me. If his personality is winning, then I can look past some things and find other things attractive. But he seems kind of boring, but he likes his corny jokes, and maybe she might like his corny jokes as well. Now let's move on to the people I kind of really want to talk about. Juan and Carla. Both are Latinas and a Latina and a Latino. However, Carla is Mexican and Juan is Colombian. Juan kept saying how he wanted a wife who could, who can love or take part into his culture, which implied to me that he don't date his culture. So he wants a white girl. Juan wants a white girl who can immerse herself into his Latin culture and salsa dance and merengue and all that stuff with him. You're not fooling me, Juan. You're not fooling me. And is it me? Does Carla look like a knockoff Eva Longoria with that horrible hair she had? I mean, she's not as cute as Eva Longoria, but she looks like a knockoff Eva Longoria to me. And she was just acting so weird and just thirsty. When she first met him, she said, "Are you in love?" She kept saying that. "Are you in love?" And a lot of people, I've seen reviews and people were saying, oh, she's saying she's manifesting things and, she has her crystals. Oh, she got potions. Oh, she's a witch. You know what, y'all? And she said she's casting spells. Guess what? We cast spells every day on our lives. Words are spells, people. If you didn't know that, then you know it now. Words are spells. You cast spells every day. The words that come out of your mouth are spells. So stop knocking her for being non-traditional and spiritual, because I know people don't understand it because they won't open their minds up to understand it. But anyhow, I still think Carla is off. That being said, I still think she's kind of off, and Carla herself hasn't really dated many Latinos. So both of these people, though they got the dancing partners that they asked for, they didn't come in the package that they asked for. They probably wanted blonde hair, blue eyed partners, both of them. But they got dark haired partners. Well, Carla has a dye job, but you get the idea. They both got Latinas, because that's what the matchmakers thought was best for them. So yeah, Carla and Juan, and it just seems so uncomfortable. And is it me that Juan is like the tall male version of his mom, and he outgrew the whole family because his father's short, and there was like no affection within that family. And maybe I'll just charge it to his father may be uncomfortable on camera, and the language barrier and the camera people made them nervous, so maybe they just aren't affectionate, or maybe Juan just isn't affectionate. And so that goes to the next couple I want to talk about. Ikechi and Emem. Ikechi he auditioned for the Houston Married at First Sight. The one with Bow and Hurricane K and wait, that was a different one. Was it the one with Gil and Mirla? They were all in Houston. Were they all on the same one? I can't remember. Anyhow, he auditioned and they didn't have a match for him. So now he's in Chicago, where all of a sudden he moved there for a job, he says. So, the funny thing is I skipped through the wedding gifts and all that stuff. I found out just from watching other reviews that her friends gave her a nice gift, and he at the last minute wrote a poem. It's a poem by John B. Williams. If you know, you know. So he wrote her a poem. But the funny thing is, and hence the thumbnail, I always like to see people's reactions as their bride walks down the I want to say the runway, walks down to see them. I can't even think of it.
The aisle.
I always like
it's
to
called
see
the aisle.
And Ikechi had the most stank face, like, that's her. Because he was looking at the family in the bridal party like, oh, yeah. And let me just say this. Emem was doing too much. Like, I hate to see girls, ladies, and women play themselves. Like, throw themselves and just overdo it. That's what Emem was doing. She was just like putting it all out there. Like she,
the thirst is real.
Well,
The thirst is real.
You know.
She was just so thirsty and desperate and just saying too much. It's like, dude, slow down. Just calm, ease into it. And you could tell that physically he wasn't into her, and he didn't seem to be into her. He was like, oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, you Igbo, I'm Igbo too. Well, at least my name is Igbo. Oh, I'm real Igbo. We real Igbo. But my Igbo family didn't even want to show up. My Igbo mama said, no, I'm not showing up. But, they just didn't seem like they had any chemistry at all. I wonder how long they would make it. And he's definitely given me, they casted him because of, what's his name from last season in Tennessee?
Shaquille.
Before last.
His name is Shaquille.
That's who he was given. That guy who wore the suits and the suits and the bow ties and was a professor, and his girl didn't really like him. Yeah, that's who he's given. But let's just move on. I just don't see anything, no chemistry at all between these two. They have none whatsoever. She is thirsty. He is boring. He probably thinks he deserves better than what he got. And yeah, his pants are a little too tight. But hey, it should make for an interesting season. So let's move on to the last couple. The man bun and the big boned family. Yeah, I said it. I know you shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff about people's families. But I did. And it's done. It was David and Michelle. David lives in the basement. As everybody's saying online, they keep bringing these guys who live in their parents' houses and in the basement. Not only does he live in the basement, he has a man bun. And he says he's saving up for a house. I think he wants to relive his... If he gets a house, it's going to be a party house. It's going to be a house with a basketball goal in the living room, or footballs for centerpieces on the table. He just doesn't seem like he's ready to get married. He just seems like he wants to have fun. David just wants to have fun. And I wonder who's going to be the swap, though, everybody. Who do you think is going to swap? Is going to cheat? Who are you guessing? Since they in the trailer, the upcoming episode, they said, they implied that it was the twin, what's his name, Thomas, had cheated, then maybe it's gonna be him. Maybe he's gonna connect with somebody else. Or maybe nobody has said this, but maybe Camille and Akechi might match. Well, no, I think she has too much zest for life. But anyhow, drop into the comments and tell me who you think is going to be the cheater pumpkin eater. All right, like and subscribe.